Fact: users have the golden ticket when it comes to access and priority on social networks. The only reason brands have a place on social networks is because the networks need them to generate revenue, primarily via ads. I was on the early team at Reddit, and I've spent more than the last 15 years working on social tools and services, products through EveryoneSocial and my prior company. And I can tell you that a social network's number one priority are its users. It doesn't matter if it's a tiny up and coming social network or Facebook. Number one priority are its users. Number two priority is revenue. And the reason they're in that order is there is no revenue without users. And there's the most revenue when users are growing and engaging. That's why the social platforms will always prioritize the posts of users over brands and advertisers. The more content we see from other people, from other users, the better the user acquisition, engagement, and retention metrics for that platform will be, and that is what drives revenue. The more paid content, the more ads, the more sponsored stuff that we see in our feeds, the more those metrics go down. So, two quotes from Mark Zuckerberg going back to 2018. This was, in 2018, they made a huge change to their home algorithm to prioritize content from users over brands and advertisers. And I like to reference it because I think it just paints the point. This is obviously coming from the person who not only runs Facebook, but who really built the first major social network. Quote, "We want to make sure that our products are not just fun, but are also good for people. We need to refocus the system. We built Facebook to help people stay connected and bring us closer together with people that matter to us. That's why we've always put friends and family at the core of the experience." So this reality that the networks will always prioritize users over brands and advertisers, this is why we started building an employee advocacy platform, EveryoneSocial, almost 10 years ago, and why we continue to believe it's something that relates to every marketing, recruiting, and sales organization out there. If you are trying to figure out how to get the most out of social, how to do it at scale, how to do it efficiently, how to generate maximum ROI, you have to look to your people. Brands and ads, brand pages, brand presence on social, paid ads, those are important tools, but they're only part of the pie. Your people, especially if you are a B2B organization, it's very likely that your employees, their collective networks are larger than any audience you've been able to establish through your brand pages, or potentially even any audience that you're going to be able to reach through paid ads. Activating them is important, not just from an efficiency standpoint, but again, networks will always prioritize the content shared by your people over content shared by your brand or through paid ads. So hopefully this makes sense, gets your head kind of turning on some things that you can do and help to kind of further justify your move towards activating people at your company, ideally all the people at your company. Happy to answer any questions, and this will be an ongoing topic for us here at the Social at Scale podcast. As mentioned, this is really the foundational reason why employee advocacy makes sense and why we got into the business in the first place. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Social at Scale podcast. If you enjoyed what you heard, please be sure to subscribe. If you didn't enjoy it, please let me know. You can access past episodes on our site at everyonesocial.com/podcast. As always, please feel free to connect with me directly on Twitter or LinkedIn, and look forward to seeing you next time.